Hi, hello.
That wasn't me. Just had a massive bang.
How are you?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Good?
Yeah, good.
Okay.
We're a little bit late, and then people start smashing the place up because they're angry.
No, Happy New Year. First of all, sorry for being late because we expect train a little bit less, but on the end was some meeting with the player and we finished late the training session. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, apologies for the lateness of this. Gail will get us started, then we'll move on to Daily's briefing embargo till 10:30 tonight. And as always, no social media posting during the broadcast part of the press conference. Gail, do you want to get us started? Thank you.
Well, it was a great performance, wasn't it? Good way to set up what's going to be a huge week for you in the club, isn't it?
Yes, I think we start very well the new year, and with 2 victories, Cardiff and Turner, on the FA Cup. Yes, and now we are going to face another competition, that the Carabao Cup, the semi-final. We know very well that this is going to be a game, 180 minutes play, 2 legs. We are going to play the first leg against Chelsea. I think it's going to be tough. I think Chelsea is a great team, a team that, of course, is going to be tough to beat. I think the tie is 50-50. It will be a very exciting game. Hope to have the possibility to win and go to Stamford Bridge in a very good position.
We'll talk about the cup in a moment, but after the FA Cup game, you talked about the fact that Tottenham were unlikely to have too many or any incomings in January. Is that dependent on outgoings, or is that just the case?
No, I think it's not depending on if some player is going to leave. It's more about to find the right player that fit for us, not only in football side, if not this is going to be a player that fit in all the areas. We know very well that summer always is difficult, but winter is worse. And sure, for us, it's going to be difficult to add some player. I no expect to add players. Of course, if on the end we have the possibility to add the right player, we are going to try. We are always open and try to improve the squad. But it's not about player in. If player leave the squad, it's not we not operate like this.
Where do you think, if possible, you need to strengthen?
What we need?
What's top of your list? Where do you feel is the area you need to strengthen?
No, I think I am so happy with the squad that we have. I think the team is so strong in all the areas. I am happy, and I know that it's very difficult for the club to add the quality to improve us. It's not an easy job, and of course that is why I don't expect too much now. I don't expect to sign players. Of course that we are working, trying to identify a player with the possibility to meet that, to join us. But of course, I know very well that it's difficult. It's going to be difficult.
What's the latest on Dembele? Because you understand club in China is after him.
I don't know. Maybe you know better than me or have better news than me. You know, at the moment.
Has there been an offer made?
Sorry,
Has there been an offer made?
I didn't hear nothing yet. I know, like you, that there are a lot of rumors. But in the moment that the club communicate me something, we are going to communicate you if something happen. But at the moment, I don't know nothing.
Given his contract's up in the summer, he is one of those, I imagine, that you'd be willing to listen to offers.
Yeah, but I think like all the players that we talked in the previous press conference, in that business is different part of the and the player, the club, the situation that is so clear, and of course, depend of what the different parts want to do, and I think it's of course it's something arrive or we are going to listen, and then it's what we want to do or the player want to do. I think it's about to negotiate, talk, and I think like always in that business happen.
We haven't spoken to you since that extension was triggered. It's no surprise, obviously, but does it change long term? What do you think the chances now are of keeping him longer than that extension?
Nothing changed in that few weeks. I think now we are focusing, try to fight for every single competition that we face. And I think with Toby is with different players the same, like Dembélé or Chamberlain. Now is so clear the situation, and we'll see what happens in the future. But now I think the players and the club, we are so focused and try to do our best to try to achieve all that we want in this season.
10th game in a month, it will be tomorrow.
Sorry?
10th game in 1 month.
Yes.
How does that affect your thinking in terms of selection and looking ahead to Manchester United on the weekends?
I think tomorrow.
To go for it though.
Yes, I think we are going to try. Like was the FA Cup, now the Carabao Cup semi-final. We are going to try to win. I think every time that Tottenham play, in my mind, it's always about to win. It's not important the names that they're going to play. When Tottenham play, it's about the quality, and we have a great quality in our squad. We have a strong squad, and it's no point. If play one or another, it's always the responsibility is about to win. And tomorrow, we are going to try to put the best starting 11 to try to win the game, the first leg, of course.
And just finally, there's been some crackers, hasn't there, cracking games between Tottenham and Chelsea recently. What's the one that you enjoyed the most?
Which?
Between Spurs and Chelsea. I mean, there's been some absolutely belting games, hasn't there?
What I enjoy the most?
Yeah, which one?
It's difficult. It's true that when you lose, it's impossible to enjoy.
One of you, though.
I enjoy the draw, that we lose the opportunity to be on the race for the title. That was a massive battle that we fight a lot in between Chelsea and us. I enjoy. It's true that I was disappointed, but I think show our character, show how we feel. It's true, and then we didn't, or we weren't capable to keep that, no energy, but if not that this mentality that we show. Because sometimes when you think a lot of how we can improve our squad, it's not only to adding good players or quality players. It's another football that sometimes you need to be a little bit naughty. No, yes, of course. If we are so nice, and in that game, I think we show that we can be a little bit. And if you want to win some title and be consistent, not only you need to play well with quality. If not, being competitive is about sometimes be tough, no, in some games. And yes, it was difficult after to keep this level of aggressivity. Maybe we cross a little bit the line, but maybe one step down, but not 3 or 4 steps down, no? Because we are a club in the last 4 or 5 years that we play so well. The people enjoy a lot watching us, but we need in some moment to be a little bit, I don't know if the word's naughty, but yes, to have this, to be smart in how you compete, and that is still we miss. But we have the opportunity that season now to play against Chelsea or to play in the next few months and to show that we are capable to to be more competitive than we were.
You won at Chelsea last April, and then you beat them 3-0 at Wembley about a month ago. Does that make you favourites this time?
No, not my favorite. I think it was a very competitive game. Chelsea, I think, is a great team. But yes, I think, of course, when you win, you are happy. But I think it's not the game that I enjoy the most. I think we need to improve after that. And tomorrow is going to be a complete different game. Of course, it's different competition. And of course, Chelsea, always you need to respect Chelsea because they have a great players and great squad. And for me, it's a team that is building to win some trophy, of course.
When we sat here at the start of the season, you hadn't signed anybody in the summer, and people were saying, how can Spurs challenge? And then at the beginning of the season, after the start you made, people wonder whether or not you were going to challenge. But you're still in 4 competitions. Do you yourself expect to go on and win something now this season? You've reached January and you're still in 4 competitions.
Look, for me, football is about to believe and to have faith in the way that you play. Of course, it's a little bit weird situation, but never happened before on Premier League. And but that talk about that sometimes in football is not mathematics. It's not 2 plus 2 is 4. In football, sometimes it's different. And all can happen. That is why we are involved in 4 competition. We are in a very good position on the table, on the Premier League. I think no one expect, but we expect it. We expect to be competitive. We were ambitious from the beginning was higher. I think we understand very well that in football today, and today more than 10 years ago, and more than 20, and more than 30 years ago, that the people, it's a lot of rumors, a lot of opinion, and the most important that we create a bubble here inside that only we think in try to improve and be competitive and try to show ourselves that we can achieve all that we want or to fight for big things. I think that is one of the key because we are involved still for competition and of course in the last few months we are playing so well. But now is the key moment to keep that level and show that we are consistent enough to fight on the end for the big titles.
And you didn't buy anyone in the summer, and now you're kind of like hinting you're not going to buy anybody in this January window either. Is that a strength of your coaching abilities and the squad you've got? Because some managers, they just need to go out and buy players in every window. You can see, but if you don't buy anyone now, you only bought Lucas Moura in the last 2 years.
I think I need to be honest. The honesty is the most important. Of course, that the pressure came from ourselves. I want to win the Premier League. The player Jesus want to win the Premier League or the Champions League or a trophy or Simon. I think it's our own pressure or stress that we put to try to win. But of course, we cannot. Some clubs are in a different project. Some club is only about to win, and if they sign a manager, it's about to win titles. It's about to win the Premier League or to be on the top 4. But for us, when we arrived to Tottenham, it was completely different. The objective was different. Of course, that now after nearly 5 years, the club is in another level that 5 years ago. But how we operate in 4 years or in 5 years doesn't change or didn't change. Didn't change. And that is the point that sometimes the people talk about winning title. One thing is to reduce the gap with the top four, to be competitive, to create a team capable to fight with the big size. But if we want to win title, we need to operate in a different way. At the moment, we operate in the same way that we operate 5 years ago when we arrived. And of course, maybe we can win some title, but it's going to be a tough job to do. Because in that situation, every club in the last 5 years was improving a lot. The other day I saw a stat that in the last 10 years, on England and Europe, how the team were spending money, and I think we were on the bottom. Yes, in Europe, on England and Europe, and of course we are doing a fantastic job. But if we want to be real contender, we need to operate in different way in the future. At the moment, it's fantastic. So far, so good. But we'll see if it's enough to challenge and being consistent in the next 5 years in that way, operate in that way, if we are capable to fight with the big size in the same way that we fight in the last 4 years or 5 years.
Judging by what you said, do you think Tottenham will ever have the resources to compete with Man City and Manchester United with the financial aspect to go out and buy these players? You're talking about a long period of time to get there.
Always you need to refresh the squad. Always you need to add quality, player. See? No. And no, always, I am not the same 5 years ago that now, and the player the same. Sometimes you need to refresh, and all the team are trying to improve. Of course, you cannot keep for 5 years the same squad. It's going to be difficult to find the motivation, to find the way to work. The player after. Is some player after 5 years that have the same desire to work with you, like the first day. But some player after 1 season, they need different challenge. They need different voice. They need to move because, and all this situation that we cannot explain, and then because my English is not so good still to explain properly, it's so difficult. It's so difficult after. That is why, for us, it's a fantastic thing that we didn't sign, but we keep all the squad motivated. Of course, someone can be not happy, but 95% of the squad is so happy, accept the rules, and is happy with us. You can feel that. But we see if we can stay for a long way like this. I think no, but in football, all can happen.
With regards to the draw, you were talking about the game at Stamford Bridge. You had 9 yellow cards that game. Do you think your players learnt a lot from that match, looking back to that match in 2016?
Yes, I think always the experience must be a thing that help you to improve, because we are people that we have the capacity to learn. If we are not capable to learn, is difficult after to think to win big things. I think that experience, I think, must help us to be better, individual and collective, of course.
So there won't be a naughty game tomorrow night at all, no? No naughty games tomorrow night?
Yeah, but football is about to be a little bit smart, naughty. It's a mix in between.
And 22 goals in your last 5 matches. Where have all these goals come from?
22
22 goals, I think, in your last 5 matches.
in between Tottenham and Chelsea.
No, in your Tottenham's last 5
Our last
fixtures.
5 games in December.
Okay.
Where
Yeah.
have they all come from? It's quite a lot.
No, because we have a squad that have a lot of quality, and not only we have, yes, of course, we have a top striker like Harry Kane, but we have different players that can score goals. That is so important, and that is a very good news for Tottenham. To keep in that way is so important to achieve or to have the possibility in the future to fight for big things.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
One from Paul.
One, Mauricio. That game in 2016, the battle, you've made so many improvements over the 5 years, but was that the one sort of biggest change that you saw in the squad, the change in mentality?
If that help, is that game? Yes, I think yes. Thank you, Jesus. Yes, football is about quality. Yes, it's about talent. Yes, but it's about mentality. It's about to be strong in your mind, to compete. It's the energy. It's about the energy. It's about attitude. If you match the opponent in that way, motivation, attitude, energy, and then it's about, of course, it's going to appear your quality. I think we were a very, like I told before, we were a very nice kid playing football, and now I think we are more mature, we are more competitive. We'll see if that is enough to win titles. I think we grow a lot in the last few years, and I think this game was important to learn a lot. And I think we learn. Doesn't mean that we are going to win tomorrow. We are going to win the Premier League or the Champions League, but sure that we are much better after this type of game. Of course, we learn a lot.
Okay, we'll finish with one question from Ibrahim, one from Ellie.
Mauricio, you mentioned the different level of pressure between club and another. Last trophy won by Tottenham was in 2018, it was League Cup. Is that adding some pressure on you or the players to win something this year?
The problem is so dangerous about what the people perceive, and is what the reality is. We are living the reality here, you know. If I am in a League 2 or non-league, and I face teams like Tottenham or Chelsea or United or City, always in my mind is about to win. And sure that I'm going to think that we can beat them. We are in Tottenham in a project that today is not only win, is maybe, okay, I don't want to say a percentage, but it's about to win, but it's about to care about the financial side. It's about to build the new stadium, to help the club to do or to finish the project that is a project that is going to be a massive legacy for the club, for the fans, for the player in the future, for the new coaching staff, manager. It's going to be fantastic. To have this possibility to work here in that facility is amazing. But when you are in charge, like a coach or like a manager, it's like what happened like with Arsene Wenger, no? That they were building the new stadium, but in the same moment you have a lot of limitations, and the people demand you to win, but you don't have the same tool to fight with other clubs. And of course, it's going to be fantastic. But the most important thing that I accept that challenge when Daniel Levy called me to offer a contract here. He was clear, him and Joey Luis. And they said to me on knees, and this guy was in front, they said, Mauricio, we need to prepare and to help the club to arrive to the new stadium, when we finish the new stadium, in the first season, on the new stadium, to have a team that we can finish on the top 4, on the season after. We are in advance, no? That is why sometimes I laugh when the people say, we need to win a trophy. Yes, but look the project, how we are in advance. And that is the truth. And you can ask Joe Luis, Daniel Levy, or you can ask Jesus. That's what they say to me. But we are so ambitious, and the players are so, we have the ambition to win. And of course, that we want to win and be competitive. And that is in the way that we are now. But I accept that challenge. But now we cannot say the club is in a position that is only is all bad. I think we are in an amazing position. The club is finished the new stadium, one of the best stadiums in the world. The team is so competitive in that we are involved for third season in a row in the Champions League, playing Champions League, playing in the last year and a half on Wembley, away from home. What more? Of course, win. And I want to win tomorrow. I want to win Sunday. I want to win. Yes, of course. But we'll see. We can do something important.
Okay, Ali, last one, please.
Just a very quick one. Jan Tonga and Musa Dembele, are they fit enough to start tomorrow?
No.